8. Good morning. My name is Ifeemi Andrew. We get into our conversation this morning on the show. A lot's happening within the political landscape of Rivers State. Beyond that, there are many other issues that would be discussed with my guest. Hopefully, we have all the time to do that. Let me quickly just introduce. In the studio with me is the Vice Chairman, Akoku-Toru Local Government Area, Odimabo Torukwein. Sir, you're welcome and good morning to you.
Thank you, sir.
All right, I'm pretty sure I nailed your last name.
Yeah, you are correct.
The join me is still alive. So
Yes.
you're welcome, sir. It's actually the first time we're having a conversation. So I think I should officially say welcome to our studios. It's the first time having you here as well.
Thank you. Also happy to meet with you.
All right, let's cut to the chase and get into the conversation proper. Now, there's a particular comment that has been trending within the political space in Rivers State and has been forcing several politicians in the state to respond. Several people have been responding to this. First, I would like to play what the governor said. Remember that the SSG, Tammy Denago, had said that, well, the work environment under this administration is very favorable to him, and in fact he said he does not suffer high blood pressure like he did working in the previous administration, and that comment has led to several other comments that came from different individuals. Roland Sekibo was one of those people. Chief Roland Sekibo was one of them, the former council chairman for Emoha local government.
It's not a chief.
It's not a chief. All right. The former council chairman for Emoha was also one of those people that responded, and several other people that responded. But that from Mr. Sekibo got several people talking, and the reason was because some felt, well, within the political space, you have benefited quite a lot, so we did not expect this. Is that really the case? Let's start with that. What's your view? What's your response to all of this?
Actually, when I read or listened to the news, it was so devastating that Roland Sekibo will be the one to talk against our boss, his own boss as well. In so many ways, what the SSG was saying does not necessarily mean wiki or whatever. The SSG are worked as with so many administration. He has served as a legal advisor to the party PDP. He has worked as a chairman of local government, Akoku-Toru local government. He has worked as commissioner for chieftaincy and community affairs. He has worked as a commissioner for urban doing Mieshitono. He worked under Peter Odele. He worked with former President Goodluck Jonathan. So he has worked in so many parastatals. So for someone to say that working with him, making to have less beef, it does not relate to anything concerning to Wike. In fact, it is.
So it is possible that any of the other people he worked with could have also been the ones he was referring to. That's what you're saying?
Yes, it might be. Or it might be that maybe when he was even the chairman, maybe because of the stress and whatever, he might have BP. I mean, we started working with a SIM, making to forget about his BP jobs.
So why do you think that the response that came from, Roland Sekibo, Chidi Lloyd, etc., was kind of looking at the immediate part of the administration?
You see, when people were looking for something, they believe that this is the best way to get something from their boss, which is the former governor of Rivers State, now the current minister for FCT. Let me just start with Roland Sekibo first. For Roland Sekibo to say benefactor, I don't know whether if he mean what he was saying. This same Danagogo made Roland whatever he is today. He was once a chairman of Abunima Youth, through which he linked him up to have so many things to Cotton Channel. After making the chairman of that is the youth chairman, during his administration as a local government chairman, he was a supervising councillor. Not only that, he even made him, during the mayor short period, he made him a caretaker committee member who worked along with Honorable Sobeko Clark. Not only that, after that, he made him the party chairman, PDP party chairman for our council, Akoku-Toru local government area. Not only that, he made me caretaker chairman for 9 months. Then later a substantial chairman for a period of 6 years, which has never recorded in the history.
Who made him all of this?
All these are done by Tommy Wenike de Lagogo.
Because many would say that the FCT minister at the time, while he was governor, could have been instrumental.
No. What happened? For
acting
you,
capacity chairman. Because we all saw how all of that played out.
Let me tell you one thing. I'm also a benefactor. I cannot say that it is Governor Sim Fubra that made me the vice chairman of council, or when I was a caretaker. I was once a caretaker community chairman of Akoku-Toru local government area. Who submitted my name? Did the governor know me? Except as I'm speaking with you, the governor Sim Fubra did not know me one-on-one. So will I attribute it to Governor Sim Fubra?
So in other words,
all what I'm trying to say,
submitted
the name, everything. It is time in the Nagogo that submitted the name for him to be all these positions that he has taken. Even he can attest to it. If you call him on phone now, he can attest to it that yes, it is. No, everything will be attributed to God anyway. But God passed through someone to help. And who is that person that God used? God uses the Nagogo to better his life. I don't want to say some things where I'm on air. There are so many things I have to say, but I have to overlook some certain things. He has already contributed to his family will be ever grateful to time Wenike de Lagogo.
Right, because if we look at what Mr. Danagogo said, he said working with Fubara has been a life-changing experience in a non-toxic work environment that has reduced his intake of his BP drugs. That was basically what he said.
Yes.
Well, perhaps after the commercial, we would understand what the alignments were and why it was interpreted, how it was interpreted. That's one. Two, there are also other questions that we might ask about Akoku-Toru local government that we would want you to respond to, but we have a commercial coming. In fact, in few seconds, if you can just tell us, what is your look at what is happening in other local governments? We know that your counterparts in Ikwere have a lot they are dealing with. In Obiakpo recently, we also have heard quite a lot that they are dealing with. We'll get your response to all of this and then your council, but that will be just after this commercial. Please stay with us. Nigeria Info conversation continues.
Nigeria Info will be right back.
Continues with the Vice Chairman of Akoku-Toru Local Government Area, Mr. Odimabo. Sir, thank you. It was one long commercial, but we're back, and we'll quickly go back into the conversation. Now, because of the time we don't have enough time to accommodate that much. I would only take messages. So please, if you are listening, you have questions you want to ask, you can send messages to us on WhatsApp 0809 030 6416. The WhatsApp number again 0809 030 6416. You can also join us live on Facebook. We are streaming at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. You can watch, listen, drop your comments, and ask your questions. We have a question up there on Facebook with the Supreme Court judgment, the subsequent council elections that were held. Can you now say, in your opinion, that local governments are operating in full autonomy? We'll get your response to that. Let me come back to my guest first. So we were discussing the response and that we've seen to what was said by the SSG. And you have said some of the things that Roland Sekibo said. Now, Chidi Lloyd, the former council chairman of MOHA, Dr. Lloyd, had said, well, it was because this, the SSG did not get, at the time, he did not get the governorship ticket, and now he's coming to say this and that. Well, you say that the SSG is your boss,
yes,
and politically. So what's the case?
Actually, sometimes when some people make statements, you begin to wonder. Maybe they are, as I said earlier, they were looking for one appointment or the other from the FCT minister. For Chidi Lloyd to say the SSG petition Governor Simfura to EFCC is really laughable. In the first place, the SSG did not even partake in the primary. It did not even come up second. So if EFCC finally maybe they remove Simfura or whatever, it is not even SSG that will be the governor. The person that took second will be the one to take over. So what will be the joy of Danagogo going to write petition to EFCC for the former Accountant General of the state to be prosecuted? If they have any evidence of that, they should bring it out to the public.
Is it possible that in his capacity under the past administration, he was doing his job in that capacity, perhaps via instruction?
No. The Oga I know, the SSG I know, upon all this political grammar, political this and that, have you ever one day had that Tami Wenike Danagogo said this to any person? Have you ever heard him? He's so polished in the sense that whatever thing he does, you know that future will tell. So whatever thing he does it with even divine guidance from God. He so much believe in God that whatever step he take, he have divine direction from God. He doesn't take any decision on his own. It is whatever thing that is guided by the Holy Spirit. That is what Danagogo does. So that's why you have not had anyone fighting him or him fighting this or that. You always stand by the truth. And the truth is always clear. How can you bring an Ijaw governor and just 3 months' time you said he should go? Is it possible? And you expect a full Ijaw fleshman to support that kind of move? It's not possible. It's not for that. Bring an Ijaw man, allow the Ijaw man to rule as well as other people will. Let us see how the Ijaw man is doing. And you can attest to it that just under less than 2 years administration, what is a silent achiever. He has achieved a lot that can be compared to someone who worked for 8 years. I don't want to go into
because there's a message I'm seeing here. I want to respond. The comment that was made by the SSG, did he mention any administration where he suffered BP while he was serving? I just want to put out because this message here from Susie in Erema says, I'm really racking my head on what's the defense or excuse the man in your studio is making. Dr. Tami Danagogo's comment was self-explanatory. Now let's look at the comment of the SSG at the time. I'm just trying to get that out. Okay, so this was what the SSG said. He said, working with the governor has been a life-changing experience in a non-toxic work environment that has reduced his intake of his BP drugs. All right, reading that, I did not see any administration mentioned. But I would ask you, because you were at the venue, was anything else said beyond this that would suggest that he was referring to his time under the past administration?
He was not referring to any past administration. He was just saying that the way he started it was that when he was working with him, he began to ask himself question that can I be able to accommodate the way the governor was living there? Can I be able to act that way? He said this is the second time he's asking himself that question. That when he worked under Jonathan as president, as minister of sports, the way he was accommodated, he even asked himself that question. And this is the second time he's asking that question again. That actually working with him had made him not to take any of his BP drugs. That he is so understanding. He even want to correct them. He correct them with love. You can even hear the governor saying that his administration is a BP carer. That even though he's correcting you with, how will I say, with understanding, knowing that you are a human. So he did not refer to any administration. As I said earlier, time ago, I served as a legal advisor to PDP, the state level. He became a chairman of Akoku-Toru local government council. He became a commissioner for local government, chieftaincy and community affairs. He became a commissioner for urban. He became a sports minister. Became a secretary. He has worked with so many administrations. He has worked with Odele. He has worked with Amechi. He has worked with Goodluck Ebele, Jonathan, and he have also been a head of a council. So okay, what if when he had that BP, it was when maybe he was serving as the chairman of council? No, there are a lot of stress. So what must you relate it to Governor Yinso Wike? Just because people want something for him, they will now come to air. Right. To get favor from him.
You have mentioned the governor and his style of leadership, which will bring me to Akoku-Toru and the local government areas. First off, let's say congratulations to the various councils and congratulations to the state on the judgment with the allocation. The allocation, are local government receiving the allocations directly? Have they been receiving directly? You were also a caretaker chairman one time. What is the allocation situation? Because after that Supreme Court judgment, a lot of people said, oh, now local governments would. Is it that they were not before and now they are? And what's the case now? How far is the autonomy level in which local governments are operating under this administration?
Actually, when we talk about the local government, we have about 774 local governments in Nigeria. And Rivers State is not out of place. The judgment came, but there are still modalities that are put in place to make sure that the local government receive their allocation directly. So the local that measure is still on.
So at the moment, the local governments are receiving allocation based on the old structure
because they are still going for jack. If maybe they are receiving direct, the local government wouldn't have gone for jack meeting anymore. But right now, as I speak to you, they still go for jack through the normal process.
But in Rivers State, do you get your allocation all given to you?
As I said, the governor have a lot to do. The governor have never wanted to temper with any local government administration. If he has done that, those people against him, those former local government chairmen, who even now claiming that they are still chairman, if you look at their comments, they were being addressed as chairman of EMOA, chairman of Akoku-Toru. If you listen to the news, they are still addressing themselves as chairman. If the governor has been tampering with allocation, they could have one day come on air to say that this is what the governor did when we are serving as a caretaker, elected chairman.
They accused him of withholding 2-3 months.
Withholding of the money is because they did not like, especially for Ole Chidiloid. He sacked so many persons. The governor said, no, return those people back. Not only that, the governor gave a mandate that those that needed promotion should be promoted and paid on that promotion. He said, no. All the other AGs, all the 22 AGs, obey the governor instruction. He said, no. So if he said, no, how can you release your fund for you when you don't want others to grow?
This one says, what can you say on the state's government's policy on rural infrastructure and social welfare, Harry? This would bring us to your local government. What is the state of development in Akoku-Toru even now? What level of work are you doing at the grassroots, and what did you meet?
Like our own government, which my madam, Mrs. Toye Brisoni, is somebody who does not just go ahead doing a job. She have a town hall meeting with the chiefs and elders whatever their demands, that is what you should do. You know, when you talk about the third-tier system, you must do what the people want you to do. First and foremost, we came and met an empty office where everything was looted, both to generator, to cable, everything, to the burglary proof. We are even knocked down. No pin was left in the office. So one, we are doing serious innovation, in fact, total complete innovation in the LGA. Then secondly, the chiefs and elders said they need a befitting cemetery. As I speak to you, if you look at the design, even though you are young, you might like to say, let them bury me.
No,
Just on the lighter note. So we are doing a very befitting cemetery just within less than.
So it was on the recommendation of the community.
Yes, of the chiefs, and that was why the project, the flag off, was even commissioned by the king of Autonomy. It was why we even did the flag off. It was a totally, they agreed that this is what we want first. And as I speak to you, very soon, they need a market too. The market will kick off as well too. So for her, on 100 days in office, what she will achieve will be more than some people 2-3 years as a chairman.
And then we don't have time. What are you doing about local government minimum wage salaries? The state government has. The local government, are there anything what should the workers at local government expect? We have a few seconds.
For instance, as I said now, the local government as well, directive governor, our governor Simfora, he has an organic support based on the way of his administration. So the moment the instruction comes, the local government will not be left out.
Are there no meetings being held, committees set up between local government leadership and all of that with how to implement? Because if the local governments are autonomous now, the implementation would mean that they have
to be more faster. For now, as I speak to you now, things are still going. The process is still on, and I know that in a short while, everything will be. And the workers are not even for now because of the good way we are living with them. They are not even. Have you had one thing complaining? They are not complaining. Everything is going well now.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Odimabo. Unfortunately, time will not allow us. Hopefully, we'll have you here again and we'll discuss more. And sorry we couldn't take all the calls. We had all the time spent on the commercials. We have to go for another commercial now. Bear with us. Hello, Port Harcourt. We follow immediately. My name is Ifeemi Andrew.
Right back after this. Add color to your life.